Hey folks, so I wanted to do a real quick video on this week's payday preps. So let's get right into it. I got a lot going on here and I'll get to all that, but let's get into the food preps first. To start off with, I bought 25 pounds of sugar right here. I've got 50 pounds of white rice. This is two 20-pound bags here, but I also got another two 5-pound bags, so 50 pounds total. I bought two 1-pound bags of large lima beans because I'm always adding to my beans. Um, I found this. It's spaghetti. Now the individual packages, the individual boxes were, I want to say about $1.50 a piece for regular spaghetti. So the price has really gone up. This is let me bring it forward so you can see it. It's a 4-pound box, but individual packages of 1 pound each. So you can break it up easily into 1 pound portions. It's already broken up into 1 pound portions bagged individually in here, but it's just combined into a 4-pound box. Now, why did I get this? Well, again, the individual 1 pound boxes were almost $1.50 a piece. This was $3.17. So half the price of what the equivalent amount in individual boxes would be. And it'll store just fine because they're all individually wrapped. As opposed to the boxes, which are, the noodles aren't wrapped in a plastic bag, so pests can get in them if you don't seal them properly. To go along with this, I bought several cans of pasta sauce. All right, next up, and this one is not for everybody because a lot of people refuse to eat this, but I'll eat it on occasion. My son loves it, and that is potted meat. This is a protein meat prep. Now, this stuff has gotten really expensive lately. It used to be you could get a single can for 49 cents. And you could get this for about $1.39 to $1.50. This in the stores right now, at least in my area, $3.59 for 6 cans. So this is more than doubled in price. And there were only about 4 or 5 of them on the shelf. In fact, there were several things on the shelves in my local Walmart that were extremely low. Some were completely out of. The peanut butter, and I got something similar to that. The peanut butter in my store was completely gone. Coffee was low. Uh, they had plenty of rice, plenty of sugar, but flour was extremely low. And because of that, I picked up 15 pounds of flour. Now I got two 5-pound bags, 10 pounds of all-purpose flour, and then I got a 5-pound bag of self-rising. I store both, and I vacuum seal them individually. I just find it's quicker and easier. I do not want to pour this into a 5-gallon Mylar bag inside a 5-gallon bucket because that's just too much flour at one time. I would rather break it down into smaller bags. All right. Next up, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't drink coffee. My one big vice, though, is sweet tea. But because I have family members that drink coffee and they can't seem to function without it, to be honest with you. Hang on one second. Yeah, just all right. Sorry about that. Just making sure my new mic was still working. I have family members that can't seem to function without it. So, to that end, I prep coffee for them. Plus, it makes a good barter item in an SHTF. So, I got a can of coffee. Next up, kind of along the same lines as the pasta and the potted meat, I got a package of Chef Boyardee pasta, canned pasta. Now, this stuff is not the most nutritious. It's not healthy eating. It's not very filling. It'll do in a pinch. But the thing is, kids love it. A lot of adults love it. It's cheap, and it gives a little bit of a variety. It's just something to break up the monotony. You don't want to be eating beans and rice every day, all day. Um, you want to break things up. You want to have enough meal components that you can change things up constantly. And this is just one more way of changing things up. The last item I want to show you here before I get to these bad boys is powdered peanut butter. Now, I've seen the Augustin Farms powdered peanut butter cans. It's the large metal cans. Right now, I think they're on sale for about $15 to $17. This was $10 at Walmart. It's a powdered peanut butter, 6 grams of protein per serving. It's a 30 ounce, it's a 1 pound, 14-ounce jar. Now, this is intended to be added to smoothies, but you can add water to it to make a low fat peanut butter. The reason I got this, two reasons actually. One, again, like I said, the peanut butter section was completely wiped out. This and Nutella was about all they had left. Nutella, the price of Nutella has gone through the roof. This was $10. All right, so I can take this, I can mix it up, and I can make peanut butter out of it. It's just a powdered form of peanut butter. In fact, the ingredients: roasted peanuts, cane sugar, and sea salt. That's all there is in it. Another reason I wanted to get this, and I want to add more of this to my preps, is that if you look at the Best Buy date, it has about a year on the Best Buy. Now, if you look at regular peanut butter like Jif or whatever store brand or whatever brand that you're getting, the regular peanut butter, it usually has a 1 year Best Buy date. But that has oil in it, and it's likely to go rancid in a couple of years. You might be able to store it longer than a year. I don't know. I've never really stored regular peanut butter for more than 8, 9 months, and I did notice the taste got a little bit off. Make sure my mic is still working because the battery was getting a little bit low. Uh-oh, I got to hurry up because it's trying to rain. All right, so this I can vacuum seal and it'll last a lot longer. Anyway, let me put this up and then I'll get back to you about these barrels. All right, folks, so I'm back. Sorry about that. I was unloading the truck trying to give you a look at my payday preps for this week, and this storm just came out of nowhere. So I had to rush to get my stuff inside. But it's kind of ironic because this is directly connected to these. Now, since I've covered the grocery side of the payday preps, I wanted to cover these. And I know you've been curious about these since I started the video. What the heck are these? Well, I went on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been keeping an eye on the listings in my area, looking for 55-gallon plastic drums suitable for water storage. Well, I have a very large city around an hour to an hour and 15 minutes drive from here, but I avoid big cities at all costs if there's any way possible. I don't go to a large city unless I absolutely have no other choice. So, there's several places in that city where I can get the barrels like these for $15 a piece, all day long. Hundreds of them if I wanted. And I may end up having to go up there, but I try not to because I don't want to be in a big city. That's just who I am. I avoid those places. But these popped up on my radar in my local area. These were only about 7 miles from my house. The guy wanted $50 a piece for them. Okay, so $50 for a barrel. These are, I'm not sure what was originally in these. It has grease written on the side, and I'm talking about the country grease, not the grease or oil. It's got Greek writing on it, so I'm not sure what was in it. Probably a fermented type of food or something, I'm guessing. but it has the name of the country, Greece, has Greek writing on it, and I'm not sure what all was in here. The guy said he thinks they're 55-gallon drums, maybe even 58. But what I got them for, the reason I went ahead and got them, and I normally wouldn't have paid $50 a barrel for them, but check this out. First off, both of them have spigots on the bottom. So they've got that. Second, and I don't know if you can see this, they've already got strainers on the top. So these are already set up for rainwater catchment. Now, here's the reason I got these. Where I live, my house is on a community well system. I was aware of that when I bought the house, but I wasn't aware of just how unreliable the system is. Our water goes out constantly. It's usually at least 2 or 3 times a month we lose our water, or at least lose water pressure. So that's a concern of mine. Now, I'd mentioned to some neighbors about drilling my own well on my own property because the system here is so unreliable. Now, I haven't actually had the money to look into it, look into the permitting and all that. But what I've been told is that due to certain, I can't even think of the word, certain ordinances or whatever in this area, that because the existing community well system is here, they haven't been allowed to drill private wells on each of these lots. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I've been told by other people that live in this area. I haven't actually gone to the county to try to find out if that's true or not. And the reason I haven't done that is because due to certain situations I won't go into, I haven't actually been in the position to afford to drill a well. So I didn't see the point in going through all this process if I couldn't even afford to do it. Because in my area, it's going to take $5,000 to $6,000 to drill a well. And right now, that's not possible for me. Hopefully, in the near future, I'll be able to do that. And then I can actually start looking into it, see if it's actually possible to put in a well. And if it is, I'm putting in my own. I hate being dependent on anybody else. Anyway, because my system is so unreliable, I've been stocking water in the house, but it's in the forms of these little 16 and 20 ounce bottles, these big Aquatainers, 7-gallon jugs that you get at Walmart, 1-gallon jugs and things like that. But that's a very inefficient way to store water. It takes up a lot of space. I'm looking at a 55-gallon drum or 2 to store water in, drinkable water in. But those cost about $100 where I'm at, just for one drum. This could allow me to catch some of this rainwater coming off of my roof. Now I'm going to turn the camera here for a second so you can see what I'm talking about, but my roof doesn't have gutters on it. If I can put gutters on this house and channel that water into these, that'll be an additional water source, a backup. Now I'm going to turn this camera so you can see the actual runoff from my roof right here. Turn it just a little bit. Right there. You see that right there? It's just pouring off because I've got the way the peaks are on my roof, the valleys come together and it just runs off right there. And I've got 4 of those around the house. So that's where these bad boys come in. Until I can look into drilling a well, the legalities of it, whether I can even get a permit, and then coming up with the funds to do it, I stock water by jugs right now. This will be a backup source. And it'll be a renewable backup source because we get a lot of rain around here. So This will be the beginning of a rainwater catchment system. I've still got to get the gutters. I've still got to install them and all that. But these have already got wire meshing. It needs to be repaired. But these have already got the wire meshes. They've already got the spouts on the bottom. It wouldn't be that hard to tie these together. And if I'm not mistaken, the guy had a lot more. I'll have to send him a message next time I'm able to get some more, because I would have got more today, but this is all I could afford to get this payday. You have to do the best you can, you know. Sometimes you can't get everything you want. You can't get all the preps you want. You have to judiciously divide your money up. This week I was dividing it up between these and food. So that's this week's payday preps. Looks like it's calming down a little bit, folks. Anyway, yep, my mic's still going. I guess I got it charged up just enough. It died on me the other day. I was doing a video and I didn't realize the battery died. And I went the whole 30-minute video and it didn't record any sound. So I had to reshoot the whole video. All right, so that's why I've been checking this battery here. And you see that little green light? That's what I've been checking. Make sure that green light's still on. Anyway, that's this week's payday preps, folks. I'm adding to my food storage, and I'm building redundancy in my water supply, because my water supply already is unreliable at best, even in good times. I automatically know in an SHTF I'm going to have no water. And I don't have my own well, which I want to remedy in the future. But until then, this is the next best thing. And getting the $100 55-gallon drums for water storage at Tractor Supply, again, those are $100 a piece. I plan on getting some of those as well. But, you know, $100 here, $100 there, that really adds up. And I got to make my money stretch. I got to get the most out of my money. So I got to do it a little bit at a time, like all of us, you know. Anyway, that's my preps for this week. I hope you're doing something. I hope you're staying active, constantly prepping. I've got another video I want to do here in a little bit, but that's all I've got for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And until the next video, folks, stay safe, stay alert, stay vigilant, get ready, and I'll catch you later.